Oh shit, what is that? We argued?
Yes, big time. Christian almost had a heart attack. But here, I don't know if something's still living in there. I'm so happy.
Doesn't have this here?
Oh no, I hope we don't have two broken Discoveries at the end of the day. I don't know why I'm so addicted to these cars. And I'm a girl.
These are definitely not driven by dorks anymore.
Oh my god, that's a Toyota hack. Oh, that's definitely a no-nonsense kind of car.
And we're gonna die.
301107 though, that is the original block.
It's dry, and that's not good with a Land Rover because that means there's probably no oil in it. I didn't miss anything.
Yes, you missed it.
We did like a top-notch analysis. So today we actually do some heavy pulling with our Discovery 4. Normally we use our Discovery 3 whenever we pull absolutely heavy trailers. The job today will be at the capacity limit of the vehicle, and I'm really interested how it will perform. Many people told me the automatic transmission Discovery 4 pulls nicer than a Discovery 3. Of course the car has more power. So we'll check the oil, and you can see how terribly full this is. I didn't fill it up this much. That's oil dilution, what you see here, okay? So this car has right now, I think 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers already on this oil, and that already put enough diesel into it to fill it up completely. That is terrible on the TDV6. So after running the engine for a short moment, you can see it drops down to the center. I did not hold the wait time, so if I would wait here now for a while, it will climb back up to max.
I hope you can see we picked up the largest trailer available to us in our area. You know, we already used that one, and I hope you all watched the video on what happened.
And this time I know exactly how to load this trailer with a Discovery, so I don't need a pair of diapers.
Yes, I have food, so we don't have to go to McDonald's.
I gotta watch my diet a little better, or you guys not gonna watch videos from us much longer. Now we are in downtown Eastern Germany.
Christian's at the stage. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, we're driving forever, and we're driving only 100.
And we still have 20 minutes to go.
I mean, the woolly mammoths traveled faster when they walked through this area. This is about as remote as it's gonna get in Eastern Germany.
Now look at that pretty boy. Oh my god. It looks awesome. I mean, that does not matter for 2,000 euros. Look in here. It has cloth seat, but that's okay for Philip. Awesome. Oh my god. I hope that's not the engine. Oh, the trunk is locked.
Wow.
The trunk doesn't open.
This is a nice looking car.
Yes, until you look inside.
Oh, what is that?
I think that's the engine.
It was supposed to be a runner.
Yeah, I think that's why it's only 2,000 euros.
Oh my god, did you check if it has an engine?
No.
It's open.
Thank God. It's got an engine. I thought.
That's it. Okay, there's some rodents. Like, this is like no nonsense know-how. There's no cooling fan in it. This is a problem with the MOT here. This is done, see?
Oh,
okay, so we're gonna have to do some repairs here.
How are we gonna do them?
For sure. Well, we're gonna do them. They make Play-Doh which hardens, and we put that on here and put paint over it. And it's only 2 grand, okay? It's the cheapest Discovery in Germany.
Yeah.
So we can't expect it to be perfect. Okay, we'll see if we can get anything here under power.
Yeah, so what worries me is that it had an oil change in 2017 with 144,000 kilometers, and now it's 2025, and it said in the ad it has 152,000 kilometers, so I actually doubt that. It's not coming back to life. Don't know what the problem is. So it looks like somebody already tried to fix that baby and did not succeed. Let me see what I can find. That is the old oil pump. Oh my god, but it's not broken. But that's not the Fomoco oil pump, that's aftermarket. Oh, there's a completely rotten crankshaft inside.
There's oil inside.
Yeah. So you want to pull the oil filter? Oh, yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
is.
Cool. Good to see them.
Yeah, it's full of chips.
Yeah.
So the engine is gonna need a rebuild, that's for sure. Yeah. So what do you say? We take it? It's the cheapest one in Germany.
Like we argued before on the way here.
Yeah. We argued?
Yes, big time. Christian almost had a heart attack. That I want to put in a different engine and not buy a crankshaft and risk that the short block is deformed, line bore and everything, you know, because the TDV6 engines are, if they are available, pretty cheap.
So the overall condition is really good.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't look completely rotten. Whereas Noco doesn't work again, okay? So that thing pissed me off already before.
Yes. The seats are in awesome condition, I have to say, you know. But here, I don't know if something's still living in there. It's different from mine. Oh my, I left the door open. So we can look at the kilometers. I expected it actually to start. You see, the wiper blades are working.
Here are the kilometers. It has 152,000.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's good. We'll take it. The overall condition is also really nice, as you can see from the seats and so on. So cheapest Discovery in Germany, just needs a little bit of an engine. It got terrain response, it got the 2-speed gearbox, and it has air suspension. That's important. The radio works. So this is good. There's an oil pump and stuff.
It's aftermarket. What?
Oh, this is a weak one.
But
How about that?
It's
Somebody bought an aftermarket weak one, but it didn't break.
and it doesn't have any. Oh my God!
Any scratches, nothing.
I'm so happy. and look at my head. I got the perfect head for a day to buy a Discovery.
Yeah. This blemish here is really the only thing on the body outside which we gotta fix. And then it got here a scratch on the bumper right here, which will almost buff out.
What year is that?
It's a 2007.
So it's even newer than my Discovery.
Yeah,
which is
2007.
From 2006.
I don't know. Is it now an EU4 or an EU3? So we're gonna check what faults it got, but it got tons of faults now. It got a fuel pump problem, generator problem, and a fuel rail pressure problem. Did you see that it doesn't have this here?
Oh no.
This means we can put something in for him. We actually got one at home.
And can you put in a rear camera?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good.
Yeah?
It's a bit warm for 152,000
I wouldn't
kilometers.
say so. This is just somebody, you know, maybe he had big hands.
It's an ostrich farm where we get our beautiful new Discovery 3. I'm supposed to stay away 2 meters. And yes, we are looking for a Discovery 3 that is broken. It's only 2,000 euros. Look at that, how cute they are. I'm gonna buy myself an ostrich egg for Easter. So he's gonna maneuver around. And it's actually the first time we are towing with a Discovery 4. I hope we don't have 2 broken Discoveries at the end of the day. Yeah, you're good. Stop. So the plan is to push him onto our trailer. Look at that. Here I think the wooden stuff is gonna break. The wooden. Oh my God. You're perfect. Straight forward. Oh my God. Stop. Yeah, saying it looks good. So now our Discovery is applying the air suspension. Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Well,
What?
it's because
The door is open. Oh, the magic of air suspension. Just love it. So look at that. They have ostrich eggs for sale. I'm gonna get me one. Look at that. Cool. I've decided I'm gonna get me a fresh one so we can eat it. So I got myself an Easter egg. Yeah, don't forget to close up the license plate holder because we're gonna get stopped again.
Oh, you bought yourself an egg.
Yeah, but Christian, it's still full.
What?
So I got myself an ostrich egg. It's about 25 chicken eggs. So it will fill me up for one evening, you know. That's just the dinner size for me.
So we got this thing all loaded up. And last time we had a lot of comments that it's not a good idea to have the straps like this. These guys here said this is the way to do it if the trailer is short, and also the guy where I rented the trailer from said this is the way to do it. There is also a heavy duty anchor point here in the middle, and as you can see, this time the vehicle is much further forward than last time, okay? And you can see the tire pressure is about even. The front one is a little bit more compressed. The air suspension leveled it out, so I think this will work. Unfortunately, the bonnet doesn't close because the catch is broken, but it got the security, so I think this will work.
Oh my god. I don't know why I'm so addicted to these cars. And I'm a girl. I'm so happy for Philipp. Good. So are you ready for the second most stressful ride of our life?
Let's go home, take the body off.
Yes. And you look at your beautiful Discovery 3 which you just bought.
The safest way to travel with the Discovery is to carry a spare. Just in our case, the spare is broke. Check this out, we're not the slowest. I gotta catch up to this guy. Traveling on the Autobahn in Eastern Germany is a completely different ball game from Western Germany. The
awesome.
Autobahn is just much nicer. It's just flowing a lot better. It's 3 lanes all the way, and everything is brand new. I mean, 20 years old, okay?
Oh, look how pretty Eastern Germany is. But we have a pretty Discovery 3. And we are right now arguing in what happened. And we have the completely different opinion.
Well, the speculation are, did the guy already replace the engine and it's the old engine in the trunk? And then after he replaced the engine, maybe the car didn't start and it died right away, because that's what happens to many people who try to fix this engine. Because when I pulled the oil filter out, it looked all clean. The oil looked very clean for an old diesel. As soon as you circle new oil through an old engine, it's immediately dark and black. And this didn't look black. My theory is that's already the fixed engine and they couldn't get it to run, and in the trunk is the bad engine. And Vera disagrees with everything. It's solid.
So pretty.
So we're about to get this car in our backyard, and it's gonna be tight.
Okay.
So we'll see what's gonna happen. So on the camera it's fisheye. Everything seems so far away, but it's super tight.
Alles weiter. Jetzt? So, jetzt kannst du einschlagen. Ja, weiter, weiter.
Holy shit. Eieiei.
Nein, es wird zu knapp, stopp.
Holy cow.
Genau.
Yes.
Ja, jetzt einschlagen.
Perfect. Hey, bombastisch.
Und jetzt setz den einfach zurück. Sau gut.
Stop. By the way, I almost ran over a red light today.
So that was a long day.
Yeah.
What time is it now? It's like 9 o'clock in the evening.
The plan is now we're gonna spend one day analyzing the problem of this car, and then we put it aside and we finish Prince Charming, okay?
Yes.
And it is definitely the cheapest Land Rover Discovery 3 in Germany with less than 200,000 kilometers. Actually, it got 152. Okay, that's not even 100,000 miles.
And that's a 2008, so it's newer than my Discovery 3.
And you gotta say, by now, a Land Rover Discovery 3 is the cooler car.
Oh my God,
It
it's
beats
so
a
cool.
Discovery 4 by now easily, because you're looking at a car which is 20 years old. So whoever is driving one either has some skill or he took care of his car. Versus all the mall crawlers like this one here, you can still get them dealership maintained, okay? And you have a lot of dorks driving them. These are definitely not driven by dorks anymore. Next morning, and of course it rained overnight, we're gonna get this thing unloaded now. Can you hold this open for me if you step up here?
Oh my God.
And you have to put a stick in, like no nonsense, no how. I don't even need to put that one back in.
Look at that. Our Discovery here has a name fitting for a queen. Buckingham Blue. Oh my God, that's a Toyota hack. Tailgate is open or anything is open, the light is on, and that's gonna be a long day. If you press that button for 5 seconds, Innenbeleuchtung aus. That means it's gonna stay off.
Yeah, we're gonna put a different battery in because the idea is to get the parking brake to work. And this way it's much safer to unload the car. Can you throw this somewhere in the back of the vehicle? This is what you do as a 53-year-old when you got two strong sons. You lift the battery out yourself.
Well, that's definitely a no-nonsense kind of car. I hope they didn't ruin any cables and chewed on them. I want to know what's living in the air filter.
Okay, we'll check what this one does. Yeah, that one is really good. Held 67, charge 43.
Oh, that's Prince Charming's battery.
Yeah. And we'll see what this one does. I think the C-Tech bailed out. Let's do first the normal charge.
I already filmed that.
Yeah, so this is put together really sloppy, okay? This connector is broken off here on the sidewall. This one is just dangling here.
Yeah.
The way they treated these connectors, they probably treated the rest of the vehicle. Okay, so this is in there. Okay, power for the first time.
Oh my God. I'm back again, getting in my huge truck.
And the goal is to see if the parking brake works. Listen.
No, it doesn't.
So looks like the parking brake was emergency released. It's not in the fault list.
Yeah.
So it doesn't detect the ECU of the parking brake. So that's my security strap until I know that the brakes work.
Yeah. We know. Oh my God.
And we're gonna die. The windows work.
Oh my God. Wait a second. So one is off. Yeah. Oh. Stop. I need to scream stop just because I can. Because I need to take off the safety strap now. I think we're gonna lose everything now. Our tool shop, our car. Oh my God. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not gonna die. Christian is awesome, he can do everything. Wait a second. Okay.
I think we're gonna start with the tailgate. And it's unlocking now because I connected a battery. I think we're gonna move all this stuff here out to see what we got. Make a little inventory. And again, we got two sons and I gotta carry the block with my wife.
Yes.
Maybe you can get him down here to help.
Yes.
So somebody attempted to do a timing belt change.
Again, aftermarket oil pump with a weak housing.
This looks like from a car with 150 on it, okay? This looks fairly new. Oh, look at that. This is a bad sign.
No, not another bad sign.
King bearings. 6838 is standard. 42676 is standard. If it's non-standard, it has a dash to it, okay? And these are the old ones, okay? They're when ships went through this pump.
Yeah, look here.
Okay. Well, they tried to do the timing belts and bearings.
There, that's a camshaft gasket.
Yeah.
I know everything. That's a crankshaft bolt.
Okay, so this is all junk. Except for this part, this belongs
to the fuel tank. So yeah, that's definitely a no-nonsense type of car.
Yes, it is. So we parked this in the garage.
Oh, I got a strong man. So this Discovery was running in Bavaria, Starnberg. He bought parts from the Landy doctor. Never heard of that one. The hitch is there because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
not bad.
that's not bad. I'm gonna clean that baby up.
This is how you do your trash compactor thing in Germany. You don't. You see a date?
Yeah.
07.
301107. So that is the original block and
Yes.
the original crankshaft.
It
That's
is.
what my speculation was.
I think mine too.
Such a strong man.
It still cranks.
Yeah.
It does not have spun bearings. It does not look like it got burned up Conrod bearings either. Oh,
Oh, not another rat's nest. He must have been a hunter because that is David's problem.
no,
No air suspension.
not yet. Not that easy. That works.
Yeah.
Philip, how do you like your car?
I love it. It looks perfect.
Okay, it's only marginally broken.
Yes.
It has an engine in it, but they've been struggling to get this engine to run. I can see that. See, there's the belt taken off and no fan in here.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to take this body off most likely, but we're gonna check it out first. See, this is not meant to be that you can push sheet metal right through. This is not acceptable in Germany. This is okay for the US.
Okay.
Move forward slowly. Yeah.
Oh. But it looks good so far. Whew, this is too tight. Oh yes, they're getting the job done. Ooh, very well.
So watch it.
Yeah. And Philip, if it falls down, don't try to catch it.
Meaning worn out. Stop.
This is not a professional way to fasten a fuel tank in Germany. So this tells us that they've been struggling with fuel delivery and stuff.
It's loose.
It's completely empty.
Yeah.
See, it's fastened back here. You have to write on your list the gas tank under shield.
Yeah. So what about the parking brake?
The parking brake is not even responding, so I assume it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
This plug is in.
Does it have a rear diff? A locking rear diff?
Oh yes, it's
Oh
a
my
locking
god!
rear diff.
Really? We're gonna change cars, Philip.
Look
Look at that! It has a rear locking diff.
This just raised the value by $2,000.
What is it?
Yo, that
You
is
got
awesome.
a rear locker. So you can
explain
make
that to
this
me.
wheel and this wheel spin together without a differential.
And that's
in between.
really rare. We've been looking for one forever.
In the Land Rover Discovery 3 in Germany, this is rare. Maybe
Yeah.
like 1%.
Good thing
of
I
vehicles.
asked you.
Wow, this.
No
here-
leaking transfer case, which is awesome.
So Philip, we gotta open this up here.
Yeah, let me do it.
Oh, the center bearing is still good. Awesome.
Okay. Other side.
Awesome. And is there oil leak? Looks dry.
If you just rip something like this off in Germany, you will have to get your welder out and weld it back on because you won't get MOT.
Philip's got safety glasses on.
Yeah, in the last second. Just for those who halted the video to write a comment. So what I can say, it's dry. And that's not good with a Land Rover because that means there's probably no oil in it.
So we
Yeah.
have to loosen this bolt.
Yes.
Yes, but before we do that, we have to put something underneath or we're gonna have a little Exxon Valdez.
Good
You know
idea,
that
Philip.
video where the guy is like
Yes,
little
the
cupid's
TikTok.
36 liters. Ooh.
It's hard to say. It doesn't look like old oil. Let's take a sample here. Look at that. This is almost clean. I know everybody who is driving now a gasoline engine does not understand that, but everybody who is driving a diesel engine can see, like I do, that this oil is clear. You can look right through it. If this would be black old diesel oil, it would not clear up in the container right here.
Here,
okay?
now you can see it.
They didn't get it running after the engine rebuild. That's for sure the problem. Okay, disconnect this plug here.
That fell just off.
It will snap.
Stuff.
Oh.
This is awesome. Oh, okay. It's
Okay,
moving.
it's coming. Yes.
Oh, there's a big chip here. Oh, yes, there are chips here. So it's not just, oh my God, there are huge chips here
Yeah.
in the back.
They are just buried in the sludge.
Yeah.
See? See that?
Huge chips.
Huge
oh my
chips.
God. Okay.
There's metal inside.
Yeah, that's where the chips are. Oh my God. We're not going to start that engine.
So we better clean this one out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? These are from a serious bearing failure out of the screen.
Yeah.
Safety.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna have to take that engine apart, Philipp. What's the German word for this quality work?
Push.
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 So that's all push. I got rid of all of the sludge and now you can see the chips here. So we're gonna put this back together. There's no reason to try to start this. We're just gonna make things worse.
Okay.
And we're gonna have to put the car aside until this engine is done.
Yeah.
So I just put a few in. We don't even need to bother.
Okay.
Yeah, this engine is coming out with a full body off and everything. Well, it's the cheapest Land Rover in Germany.
Yeah.
We got a rear diff locker, so that alone is worth $2,000.
Yeah, but we're going to put that one in my car.
I still don't know what that is, but I'm gonna Google it.
While we're down here, we're gonna open this up and see what we see below.
I want to make lunch now.
Check out what we find below here.
And I got the safety glasses behind the camera.
Get the desktop safety inspectors all busy. There's your 6 HP. And there's a little bit of leaking here
That's
going
sick.
on. So this car was an auction car, okay? The guy didn't pay his bills and then they just took it out of his house. They bought it from auction and it was sitting for 4 years. Okay. It makes sense to check how old that filter is. And I can tell you, man, that filter is really old. So maybe they didn't get any fuel out because this filter is just clogged.
So we're trying to get this thing out.
Very well. Look how old that filter is.
Yeah, that's old. So we're gonna put the filter back in for now.
And we're gonna check first if we get any fuel. So it definitely needs new brake lines too. So that needs to be done when the body is off. They completely waste it. It won't get MOT. And it also has some corrosion on the body, which we need to fix. Yeah. And the stupid parking brake module is not recognized. That sucks. A rear locker is like winning the lottery.
Yes?
Absolutely. Our Prince Charming has one, but none of the other Discoveries we ever had one.
So the Prince Charming isn't running.
No,
So-
but it will be running after this weekend. What is really strange is that the fuel pump relay here is missing, okay? That's something else. So let's jump at the fuel pump, see if it's running. Yeah, I hear it running. Yeah,
There's something coming out of it.
it's getting fuel. Okay, so really strange that the relay is missing.
Okay. So here we have the symbol of the air suspension. And here we have it also. Here we have the air suspension, but here it is missing. Well, that's a problem, I think.
Very well diagnosed. So this is the root cause why the air suspension compressor doesn't kick in. We can use now a useless relay, like the one from the cooling fan, or
Okay.
which is, for example, this one here.
Yeah.
Or here the glow plug relay. We definitely don't need a glow plug relay because the car is busted. And if we put this one in here,
Yes.
we got now a relay for the air suspension. And now we can check if the air suspension is working.
That's sick.
That is something, huh?
Yes.
What you can learn from your dad
Yeah.
in one day.
In one day, that's right.
And the air compressor is running.
That's sick.
That is something else.
Yes.
So I'm gonna run it with the key and it's gonna take now forever. It's probably gonna drain the battery.
Yeah, you just...
So I think we connect the battery charger and we do this after lunch.
Okay, you programmed the key to do this.
Yes, I did
2 hours ago, I think.
Now you found the missing relay just by me telling you what the symbol looks like. That was a good job.
Yes.
You're already more qualified than 80% of the Range Rover Sport drivers.
Yes, so our problem is the parking brake isn't working. And you can see here, it is missing. Like we have it here.
There it is. And maybe we can also borrow a useless fuse and stick it in here. So we need a 30 amp, which is here from the... What do you think this symbol is, Philip?
Oh, I don't know.
Headlight washing system. We don't. Nobody needs that, okay?
Can you just swap them around?
Yeah, they're all the same if they have 30 amps. Okay, and now the headlight washing system is our parking brake fuse. Let's see if the parking brake module works now.
Okay.
That would be awesome, because then we have the major electrical problems solved. All we need to do is fix the engine. Okay, here's the parking brake.
Yes. Ooh, that
Phil
sounded
back
good.
there. Film on the reels.
Yes.
This is awesome.
This is sick.
You got a Discovery with a functioning rear parking brake and a differential.
Sick. So we got the big electric problems done now?
Yeah, that's it. I tell you, the parking brake is now working, and before that I didn't even see it. I don't see the ECU here. Let's do now a clear all.
Almost everything.
Almost all electrical faults are gone, and look, this is open.
That's sick.
See, the light is off.
Yes.
And when I close it, light is on.
on.
But you got one ventilation issue. Oh yeah, it works.
Okay, but getting that to work is optimal. The radio is already working.
You got a functioning radio.
Mann
So this is just like Vera's, what you've been driving, and it doesn't have the screen. So we're gonna put a little screen in here with a reversing camera. What is also really strange is that it doesn't have the infotainment system, but a rear locker.
Yes.
This is a Parrot system. You can link your phone. Maybe that works too. Now see if you can link your phone to this.
Okay, wait, let me check. I think it's 000.
Kopplung erfolgreich. So yeah, you guessed right. Oh look, it's synchronizing already. And see, it says Philipp on here. Crank it up. That's something, isn't it? Yeah. We have to watch out, YouTube is blocking this. You can already sit in your car and listen to music just without the engine running. And look how much room you got for all your BMX stuff.
Well, that's important. I can
It got
put
the-
the mattress there, my bike's
Yeah.
in the bag.
As soon as we have Prince Charming done, we'll fix that engine. So Philip, before we take our engine apart, tell our viewers something they have not seen before.
Oh, what about an 360 bar spin, tail whip to bar spin?
That's a good one.
Like a 360 double tail whip to bar spin?
Wow. Do you have one with a crash too?
Yeah, when I tried the truck whip to bar, the 360 bar spin tail whip for the first time, I overcooked the lip, the jump, and landed straight on my back.
So now you guys see what Philip is really good at, okay? And this stuff he's just starting to learn, okay? Because he turned 18
Last week, yes.
last week, and since then he is allowed to drive alone without Vera. Oh, they are loose?
No, some are loose. Just
What?
this one is
Okay.
loose.
Yeah. Next one. Oh. So what's that stunt called where you do a flip on a wall?
On the wall?
Yeah, where you flip on a wall, what you do recently.
I mean the flare.
Everybody has his talent, okay? And Philipp's talent is that he is riding bike in the German BMX
team.
national team with 18 years.
Yes, that's right.
And we want him to have this car to go to all these events and sleep inside.
That would be sick.
Is that the right word, sick?
Next month I'm at my first World Cup in Montpellier.
In France.
yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
No, bro.
First one. And what we do now is we inspect if the bearing shells are new or broken. And see this bearing shell?
They seem new to me.
It seems in a pretty good condition. It doesn't have any deep scratches, but it has a sign of wear. And then what's also important is that the crankshaft, that it doesn't have any grooves here, okay? This is like the crankset in your BMX bike. It gives the propulsion to move forward. And the pistons and the connecting rods are your knees. So second one. Okay, here you can see, this is basically chips like you saw them in the oil sump. And
Yes.
they got in through the oil hole for lubrication. And then it buried in this bearing. But it's not so bad that the crankshaft is damaged. See, the crankshaft is still nice and shiny.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, well, that's it. Now we do need a new crankshaft. The shell is gone. The shell is stuck in here. So that is very sad. And you can see here it's burned up. Yeah. So last one, same thing. Bearing shell is gone. It's all scratched up and the shell is stuck here.
Oh, that's not good.
So if we lift this now out, there.
Something's missing there, am I wrong? Like here.
Holy cow. The squirter is missing. And we're missing one bearing shell. So this crankshaft is definitely not usable because it got 2 burned up bearing races from what I can see. So these usually just lift out. See?
Yes, I did a lot of analyzing, but I saw instantly the crank is broken. So you missed it.
What did I miss?
Come here.
I didn't miss anything.
Yes, you missed it.
We did like a top-notch analysis.
No, you missed it.
That's just a minor crack, okay? This does not cause any harm. It's still one piece. You know how people always tell us it changes sound when it's broken? I bet you this one still sounds the same. Watch it. Okay, so it's still good, okay?
We had so many arguments yesterday and I got in so much trouble because I said, this block is busted.
Yeah,
See it?
it looks broken.
So while Vera was changing the battery, I gave this cylinder here a cleanup hone. This is what it looked before, and this is after 15 hone-up strokes using my cheap-ass honing brush here. Okay? Was 15 strokes like this. We can still use this engine if we can do a line bore on this block here, okay?
Yeah, but
So-
what about the engine installed?
You know, of course we take that out, but we have here already options. I wouldn't go out and buy a block now.
That's what I would do.
Compressor running.
Slowly.
So it looks like the air suspension is working, okay? We got it out of the bump stops into this height, but all this under battery power. Forward, small gear. Yeah. Yeah, very well. So we want to get all the mice nests out because it's going to take a few weeks before we get back to this car.
Okay, since you guys enjoy Simon Portman, you can enjoy Christian vacuum. So, oh my
Let
God.
me get the factory. But it's not a Simon Portman video.
Oh, there might be
until-
nice mice. Oh my God.
Until you have a dead mouse.
Yeah. We will remove that
Yeah,
piece.
remove that anyhow.
Yeah. Ah, that's where. Yes, that's awesome. Cool. But I understand why he took it off, because it blocks the view and it bothers me on our mall crawler here. So we will remove this piece. We put the jack in here. So, you know, the storage extension till here and here. Oh my God.
Ah, dog hairs.
Yeah, they are dog hairs, which we don't mind. It's just an observation, not a critique.
If you got a car with dog hairs, the easiest way to get rid of the smell is just get a dog. What do we got here?
Dog hair.
Oh shit, that was a bad idea.
Whoa. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That happened before.
Oh boy.
So I actually think you should.
The dash this is not so easy to take out.
Oh, it's not?
It's not a 2-minute job.
So that's some disinfectant, but I'm gonna clean all that.
Yeah, it's just for now.
Yeah. So I hope it gets hot soon, and then you can really scrub in here and it will dry
Use a
again.
power washer and
Yeah.
do what Defender people would do.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll take the Poland filter out.
because that's where the mice came through.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They must have come. I don't know how they get in the glove compartment.
Ooh.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
where they
that's a
got
good
in
idea
here.
to take that out.
Yeah.
Look at that. That looks like in Rob's car. Okay, this is good. Ganz nah
That one?
dran.
Yep. That's what you get when you buy a Land Rover maintained car. The oil change was made at 144,600 kilometers, and the next oil change is supposed to be at 168,000 kilometers. 24,000 kilometers later. That is why you don't want a Land Rover maintained vehicle.
This is exactly the kilometers the vehicle has right now, 152,700. They changed the rear fuel pump and the timing belt, and that's when the engine failed. They screwed something up during the simple
something up.
repair. I
Okay.
think I got them all. And
Not a rat's nest.
not completely dirty. And here it's completely pinched up. That can already get dirt into your combustion chamber. This is purely, a dumbass install. Okay, not only 5W dumbass kills your car, also dumbass behavior.
And I have to say the coolant also looks good. So there's some body damage here. But it's good thing that I found it now and not blame Philipp later. So the roof looks all nice. And look, it has the rhino racks here and here. So that's what you do when you take a Discovery apart. You store everything in the trunk.
This is a bigger one. They move
Yeah.
back in if we don't take them out.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
another one here.
Oh, it goes so much easier than mine. That's deteriorating plastic.
I think that's it for this episode. You saw what we got for 2,000 euros. There's a lot of work to be done, but this is really a good purchase because the overall condition of the vehicle is really well. It's worth that money. It did come with a spare engine, but unfortunately it's the original broken one.
With a snapped crankshaft.
Yeah. But most of the other things we got to work, which is really important, like the park brake module working out of the box, like the air suspension raising, the compressor firing. This is all really good. But you will have to wait a little bit until we have our Prince Charming somewhat off the lift. And then we're gonna continue with this vehicle.
And with Philipp's help. He looks forward to helping us. Of course, he's now a professional BMX rider and he still goes to school.
Oh, and it got roof rails.
Yes, I filmed that too.
And at this time, we want to thank our patrons a lot for their support. And
We'll see you next Sunday.
very well, continuing on this one.
Yeah. It doesn't have any rim damage, so that's awesome.
95% of our viewers, including me, know now it was driven by a male. The escalation of women drivers is BMW women drivers.
Yes. Oh, look at that. The engine is in place.
There, weight is off.
And we already went mountain biking. It's got oil pressure, so. I don't want to know start again.